Yo, what is up everyone? This is Anime Mafia here, back at it again for another video, and I'm here with another episode of A Certain Misfortunate Soul, Part 7. Without further ado, let's get into this. Where I last left, the fake Aureolus continued to tread the corridor's long, seemingly endless distance. After he was grabbed by the boy, he lost all his power, which was overall trivial. The golden dart was merely a materialized tool. Lyman Magna's actual identity was the entire fortress called Misawa Cram School. Even if the tool's mana supply were cut off, as long as the main body was supplied with mana and the shape was recreated, it was reusable. This wasn't the reason why the fake Izard was running. He was running because his opponent, Touma Kamijo, the misfortunate protagonist's right, seemed limitless. No matter how much mana was placed in the main body, into each dart it was negated. Even if Lyman Magna itself was ineffective, the molten gold was not. As Izard was running his mouth, saying how he could pour enormous amounts of gold from the top level to flood the levels below, just imagining this was enjoyable for the alchemist. The fake's back seemed to shrink as he heard footsteps. These footsteps contained killing intent. There, 10 meters away, stood Touma Kamijo like a savage beast that had escaped the laboratory. What's going on? He didn't understand. He was supposed to be perfect. How could someone had pushed him so far? Touma Kamijo had truly stood there, and he had said, "Had enough fun yet?" Touma said as he lit his cigarette. Touma had seen hell and been through hell. He saw people die before him. He understood that somewhere, he knew not where, many had died. His body and his life had been a living hell, and he'd been through hell through the misfortune that life had given him. Aureolus disorderly raised Lyman Magna out of pure fear, which gave the misfortunate soul more determination. Wordlessly, his feet dashed, or rather exploded with all his might towards the alchemist. Consumed by fear and anxiety, Aureolus fired the dart at Kamijo's face to keep him from approaching in response. Kamijo crouched like a spider and easily dodged, even taking an additional step at the same time. Crouching down was a pity. Crouching down was a ploy. If there were no retreat options coupled with a large opening, the enemy would predictably attack. Thus, the straightforward trajectory was much too simple compared to the ruleless alleyway brawls. With a distance of 10 meters, just dodging the first dart would not have covered the distance. Kamijo had devised this tactic as a way to dodge the second attack. Mate! Yelled the fake Izard. Kamijo's fist had found its way to the alchemist's face. Then, without slowing down, despite the one-hand difference in height, Kamijo smashed his forehead into Aureolus' jaw. Having taken 2 direct hits to the head, Izard stumbled on the floor. He attempted to roll away, but Kamijo did not allow it. He stamped heavily onto the ground, onto the gold prosthetic, and maneuvered his foot to remove it. With the sound of crushing fruit, the wound, which was given makeshift treatment, ripped. Ah! The fake screamed in pain and shot another line at Kamijo, who was about to sit on the alchemist. Despite the risk, Kamijo used his left hand to grab the golden chain in order to keep it intact. It seemed he had not considered the slightest mistake would have turned him into gold. He merely twisted his left hand and tied the golden chain to his arm. Once Lyman Magna was completely sealed, Kamijo looked down upon the alchemist and hit him with a soul menace. "Just keep this up. I'll be killed," said the fake Izard. Better judgment had him cut the golden chain linked to the inside of his suit. Having previously balanced his balance with the chain's resistance, Kamijo swayed. Utilizing this opportunity, Aureolus rolled away and escaped Kamijo's clutches. The alchemist cried in his own heart. Rather than the Lyman Magna he so believed to be destroyed, he had abandoned it of his own will. Questioning his entire belief system, he had believed that he could save his life. He abandoned everything, which would have been nothing if it failed. However, Aureolus could not walk, let alone run with his prosthetic leg ripped out. Touma had whipped Aureolus with a golden chain. As Izard screamed in pain, Touma then went for another soul menace. What's wrong, bastard? Are you feeling pain? Humiliated? Is that it? Touma stomped on Izard once again. He took the chain and wrapped it around the faker's neck. Touma had knowledge on how to kill others, as it was the knowledge of years of training and tutelage under Black Star. So he knows ways he can brutally dismantle and destroy and violate the human body physically. Spare me. The fake cried out. This irked Touma like cold water douses boiling anger. Touma remembered the lives that were lost, the night that girl who protected Himagami. Touma released a chain of the alchemist's neck and prepared to punch his lights out. Now die in the name of the Shinigami! He purposely missed. He saw the face of the fake Izard. Spooked, in layman's terms. He was spooked. Touma had taken out another cigarette and lit and smoked it. He didn't kill him. His pride demolished by me. Touma said as he finished his cigarette. Himagami then explained that the Izard Touma beat was a fake. You mean to tell me the Izard I beat the fuck out of, the Izard whose pride I demolished and destroyed and violated, was a fake? Neat. Just neat. As Himagami then explained the nature of deep blood and her relationship between Izard, Touma knew Himagami wasn't lying. If what you say is true, I must stop Izard. If he continues, he'll reach a point. If he continues, he'll reach a point of no return. On exactly what basis do you refute my ideas? Said a male voice that interrupted Kamijo. You. Kamijo began to trust his own eyes as he saw Izard's soul with soul perception. This was indeed the real deal. So that one was a fake with soul perception. This one is definitely the real one. Dangerous. His instincts warned him. This person is dangerous. Izard appeared behind him like a scene in the movies. Naturally, you're wondering what happened. However, I am not obligated to answer. Touma had managed to close the distance with Speed Star, and while Izard was surprised he moved so fast, he managed to graze Izard before he could say, "You will not touch me." As Izard healed the wound, the minor scratch that Touma gave him. Tell me, boy, why can't I turn back? Izard explained the true nature of deep blood, saying that Touma and him were the same. Damn it! No, don't worry, I won't kill him. Wait, Index is here? Damn it! Touma screamed internally. You shall forget everything. Touma found himself in a cram school bus. He saw a cram school? I know my ass ain't in a cram school. Idiot. A faint voice was said in his head. Come on. Remember, dumbass. Wait. Touma heard the faint, could have ignored the faint voice. He could have sworn that he's forgetting something important. As if he forgot as if he left the stove in his kitchen on. As if he was going on a trip. Come on, remember, dumbass. A faint voice was said in his head. I swear I'm forgetting something important. Touma hit himself with his right hand. Touma had remembered everything. Oh, that son of a... Forget everything. Is Style okay? Right? He can handle himself. Right? Touma ran towards Misawa's cram school. Encountering the Knights as in canon as he met up with Style. The Knights had tried to use a Gregorian chant on the building, but the power of Izard's Ars Magna appeared to be too powerful. What? Why are you so panicky? We're still in Japan, right? No wonder there's so many Asians. As Touma then said, do me a favor and stick your tongue out real quick and close your eyes. I'll have to teach you an Oriental charm. Oriental charms are more of Kanzaki's forte. Just do it already. Eat this! This is for using me as bait, you fake pace as edgelord! Touma gave him Touma gave Style a mean uppercut to the jaw, causing him to bite his tongue and return his memories. As Style explained Index's previous relationship with Izard as in canon, Touma and Style walk up to the room. Himegami is surprised. As Izard then explained the reason why he needed Himegami, and how he was going to save Index by using the vampires. Style had stopped him in the middle of his dialogue and explained to him that Index was already saved. Izard was shocked by this and made the same reaction as in canon. He started to laugh. This guy's insane, Touma said, as he thought to himself. Touma could sense that Izard might be falling into the madness, and he was on guard. Index had awoken because of Izard's mad laughter, and smiled because Touma was in her line of sight. As Izard seems like he finally lost it, he summoned the guillotine, but the guillotine never came towards Index. Izard then had slammed to the ground. Intruders! Touma felt like he was about to puke, as if multiple hands were pushing him down onto the ground. Izard then said, I won't hurt Index, but seeing you two up and alive is making me angry. As Himegami tried to defend Touma, Izard had said ruthlessly to tell Himegami to die. Himegami, right then and there, was murdered off the spot. As Touma caught her, his right hand managed to negate the magic just in time to hear an audible gasp from Isa Himegami. The X-shaped scar on Toma's wrist was throbbing. What? Impossible. My Ars Magna? Negated? Touma gently placed Himegami down and set her down to the ground. He lit his second-to-last cigarette, and took a puff of smoke as his eyes seethed with anger and his scars were throbbing. All right, Aureolus Izard. If you think you can do whatever you want. He gritted his teeth and his eyes. If you looked close enough, you would briefly see stars. If you think you can do whatever you want, then first, let me break that messed up illusion of yours. The words belonged to him and him only. The past Kamijo, the current Kamijo, they intercepted. It was a magic breaker. The certain misfortunate soul, Touma Kamijo. There were no words needed to be exchanged in the battle. Esper versus Alchemist. The distance between Izard and Touma could only be reached by 4 steps. As he then closed the distance using Speed Star, after him appeared and Touma was going to hit him, until Izard said, suffocate. He touched his mouth and negated it. So it seems like your right hand can negate my Ars Magna after all. But as Izard said this, he created a pistol and bullets. Begin to fire at a speed that surpasses human motion recognition. Touma lifted his right hand, tried to negate it, but then Izard went for the same motion once again. Crap. Gotta run. But wait. Himegami's right behind me. In style, idiot! Why are you stopping? Touma was hit directly. Ugh. He fell on Style a little. Crap, that stings a little. As Style was growing more suspicious about Izard's Ars Magna, they had the same conversation as in canon. 2 shots if Kamijo could dodge 2 of Aureolus' commands. He could close the distance, haven't you noticed? Aureolus tilted his head. Can't I just repair spoiled goods? This isn't the first time those kids have died before. It's true, even though I'm not stupid enough to ignore my own sins. Bastard! Touma was seething with anger. He knew he threw his cell phone at Izard, and then used Speed Star to try and land a direct hit. Abort the throw and turn into a pebble. The Izard summoned a pistol that shot the muskets like swords. Style said, Inocantius! As Touma knew this was a hoax. You idiot! It's easy for you to beat him. His weakness is the needles! Explode from the inside, rude magician. As Style was imploded and exploded from the inside, Touma was thinking to himself, what did Style mean? The only conclusion Touma could get was needle for anxiety? As Touma remembered what happened earlier when Himegami died, I understand, so it's like that, huh? The other voice in Toma's head then said, Bingo, I assume you know what to do then, Touma Kamijo. It seems that your source of your confidence is that mysterious right hand of yours. If that's the case, I'll cut it off. Hidden rifle, rotate your blade. Touma Kamijo's right arm was sliced off. Touma stared at the spinning arm. He was unfazed by this. He felt no pain coming off of his right arm, but he knew what to do. Touma's mind had flipped a switch. The madness of Kamijo Touma, the madness of a misfortunate soul, was about to be shown. Izard maniacally laughed. However, slow chuckling could be heard coming from our misfortunate soul. A demonic laughter could be heard from Touma. While Touma won't admit his madness had finally shown for the briefest of moments. What? Izard had said. This in and of itself surprised the alchemist. Don't tell me he has another attack I didn't foresee. Touma was grinning with the blood on his face, as he licked it sadistically. What's going on? He can't be able to fight with that blood, right? It was at this moment anxiety had creeped into Izard. It was at this moment he knew he fucked up. As Izard summoned guillotines, do not appear to be working, his expression seemed to know that Izard's weakness as he got closer. Die, boy! Can I really kill him with just that word? The minute he thought about himself losing, the ending to this battle was already written. As Izard was trying to convince himself to stop thinking, Touma was already there with that same sadistic grin on his face. That's right. Style. Isa Himagami. Index. I knew all of their abilities, but this was the only one whose ability I did not know. This was the only one. Don't think I can still beat him, right? No. Don't think that. Boy. Izard shivered in fear.
As if a child is being scolded by an adult. Hey, alchemist. I have a question for you. You honestly thought you really were going to win? Did you honestly think that? Did you really expect to defeat a Madbreaker attack as pathetic as that? Touma bared his fangs while his eyes seemed to glow reddish gold with stars illuminating them. He had spoken truly from his soul. Wait, stop thinking. Don't. Then growling could be heard from an abnormal cage. An abnormal change was given to Touma's severe limb as it took shape. Touma could be seen chuckling heavily. The entity formed as its teeth bore. It was the Dragon King. Izard turned around to see Style, Himagami, and Index. It revived? It's just my anxieties, right? If I close my eyes, it will be gone. Izard opened his eyes and Touma laughed maniacally and sadistically. As he grabbed Izard's head with his left hand and held it tight. Now that I know your weakness, alchemist. Izard's eyes met Touma's star-shaped pupils as they were golden and red. Now die in the name of the Shimigami! The dragon roared. As the dragon sicked his teeth into Izard, Touma stood there and maniacally laughed, as if he was a punk-ass villain, as if he was a certain white-haired boy he wouldn't come to see yet. He was enjoying every single stimulus. Touma was laughing, enjoying the scene before him. He was enjoying every single second of it. Touma was knocked out once again.
We now see Touma as if he was in a weird dream sequence. Okay, what the hell is this? I swear it feels like I'm getting the sense of I've been here, or is it just me? This place looks dark as hell, Touma said, as he's in a dark room with no light to illuminate him. Wait, why am I naked? Where are my clothes? This is a dream, right? Touma then sees a door. Finally, I'm out of here. He opens his door and he's in a room. Touma looks at himself and he sees his uniform. At least I'm in some familiar clothes. Might as well walk. Wait, shouldn't I just use soul perception? Yeah, that could work. Touma uses soul perception and sees a group or cluster of souls far away from him. Hello? No sound, nothing replied to our misfortunate soul. Wait, a group of souls? I'm not kidding, I've been here before. Touma decides to run toward the souls until he bumps into something. Ow! Ow! Okay, what the hell is that? This is a dream. What the hell is this dream? Touma looks at what he bumped into. A door. And heavy knocking is heard. What the hell? The knocking intensified. As Touma tried to grip the door handle, a voice was heard. I wouldn't do that if I were you. A voice was heard. What? Who said that? As Touma held the door handle, a tight grip was on his wrist. I said, I wouldn't do that if I were you, the voice had said in reverse. As Touma tried to look at what or who touched him, he looked at the person before waking up, but never got a clear description of him. As Touma woke up in a cold sweat, Touma looked at his right arm, and it was reattached. Courtesy of Heaven Chancellor. What was that? Was that a dream? No, I'm certain. That dragon. The Dragon King I used on Izzard. It's real. It has to be. They wouldn't. I don't think my body can have more than one soul unless. Imagine Breaker is a seal for something else. Touma had come to the conclusion. So, what were those dragons? He wanted to know what the dragon was, but he didn't have time to think about it. He left that in the back of his mind. The White Dragon. The dragon that destroyed and killed Izzard. He wanted to know what it was. And he wanted to know who that person was who was talking to him. He didn't get a clear description, but from what it looked like, he could almost make the silhouetted figure out that was grabbing his wrist tightly to be him. An hour later. Honestly, this is how many times now Kami-san? I swear, first it's the head and injury and now this. Are you sure you're coming? Are you coming here because of the nurses or something? Hell no, you damn doctor. As Heaven Chancellor left, he gave a look of pity. Is he really giving me a look of pity? Style walked in with a fruit basket. Oh, fruits for me? Style-chan, you shouldn't have, Touma had said mockingly. Ha ha, very funny. Why are you acting like nothing happened? Oh, you mean what I did to Izzard? It was... Touma flashed back to the events, knowing that it wasn't him acting anymore. He enjoyed every single bit. The feelings on Izzard's face, the way his face contorted when he lost his shit, even when he lost himself to the madness for quite a bit. The despair, the lack of hope and face of defeat. I crushed his dreams. I enjoyed it thoroughly. I don't know what that feeling was, but I like it. Touma was grinning maliciously. It was my good acting, of course. Touma snapped back to reality. Touma chuckled a bit. As Todd explained how Touma dodged the first two attacks, as he used heat magic to throw away the first two guillotines. Whatever happened to the last one was unknown even to him. And how he helped him. Stalin went on to explain how he reformed Izzard through his flames. Okay, so that's it. I didn't kill Izzard. No, you didn't, boy. I knew you were a good person. As Touma got on Style, he proceeded to pat him on the head as if he was his older brother or something. As Index walked in, he saw Touma and Style having their little moment, and ran out in the room a little. Oi, Index! It's not like that, I swear! Touma ran after Index. Index was then pestering about honeydew chips. Phoenix didn't mention how she was jealous that he was fighting for Himagami, not her this time around. Oh, you mean that creepy magical girl wannabe? That was rude. Jesus! Himagami was right behind Touma. What the hell? We need to put a bell on you. Nope, no, my name's Himagami. Himagami had asked Touma, why'd you do it? Save me, I mean. Touma closed his eyes and thought about it. Did I needed a reason to save you, Himagami? I wanted to save you. And that's all there is to it, Touma had said. As Touma took out his final cigarette, and he was looking for a light till Style gave one to him. Here's my little gift to you. Thanks, Style. A meow was heard. A cat heard. You brought Sphinx in here, Rendax? Wait, why is he getting close? Damn it! Wait, no, get back! Damn it, you damn feline! Damn my rotten luck! Sphinx had scratched him. And that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Certain Misfortunate Soul. This is Anime Mafia, signing out. Here's a preview for the next part, of course. Well, it looks like I'm doing a preview today, huh? Makoto Misaka had said. Finally, that idiot doesn't get the spotlight this time around. You were saying something, Biri? What? We're doing this together, Biri. Right. Yeah, know your place, Biri. Everybody knows I'm the leading man for this series. Unfortunately. Anyways. Right, next time on A Certain Misfortunate Soul, part 7.5. Misfortunate Meister, a savior of misfortune, preview to the Sister Zone. Hope to see you all there, Touma said. You better, or Makoto and Touma said in unison. We'll break that messed up illusion of yours. And that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Certain Misfortunate Soul. Leave a like, subscribe, comment down below if you want more parts. This is Anime Mafia, signing out now. Goodbye.